the Empire State Building.
Theo Rossi, Garrett Vogel from Elvis Duran and the Morning Show. I love the smile because I'm sure you might know, but we have more in common than anything else.
Is it the Babe Ruth shirt? What is it?
Well, yeah, there is the Sandlot shirt. If you do own that as well,
yes.
fantastic. But both Staten Islanders,
Oof.
born and raised.
Yeah.
Both know Greg T very well.
Oof.
And then both you and I, not Greg T this time, you and I, Theo Rossi and Garrett Vogel, both have graduated from the same high school.
Farrell.
Monsignor Farrell High School.
Vera Fidelis.
Vera Fidelis.
Monsignor Farrell. Yes.
You have me by about 5 years, but still, like I was.
I do. I definitely do. And Greg T is amazing. I love him. He's crazy, and I appreciate him. Staten Island is its own unique world that I hope a lot of people don't experience. And no, I mean that in the greatest way. And I do love your Sandlot shirt. I watch the movie constantly.
Many of times. And let's throw the Impractical Jokers into the Farrell mix too. I mean, there is a lot of it. And their executive producer, Casey Jost, who's brothers with Colin Jost. So Farrell has produced a lot of greatness out of it, including yourself. So
thank you.
Let's talk about Yusef, your character, because again, bringing it back home, we all have that one friend that we grew up with that kind of had those shady business deals of either rolling dice or getting you into limelight in New York City. Did you draw from your character Yusef from your past growing up back home?
That friend is me.
So you were that guy selling
that friend is me
tickets.
That friend was going to Limelight at 14 years old and taking mushrooms, but don't tell anybody. I experienced all that stuff. You know what it's like growing up where we grew up. I mean, it was really I said there are two types of people when I grew up, right? You were either in a city job or you were a criminal. You were one of the C's in Staten Island. And so I was around that atmosphere so much, and there was always somebody doing something, right? There was always somebody pulling some kind of scam and doing something. So one of the things I loved about Yusef, and I still do, especially now it's coming out, is he was born into something, or his family is part of something. His cousin,
which we know very well growing up.
Which we know very well. And sometimes without you even knowing, you're in this thing that you don't necessarily want to be in. And I think he didn't want to be in it. And if you use Staten Island as an example, because we're speaking about that, it might be that your father owns a pork store or a restaurant, and now all of a sudden you're working in it. Maybe it's not what you wanted to do, but you're in it, and you have other dreams. And I think that Yusef had other dreams. And I see that a lot in the way we grew up, in the place we grew up, and I pulled a lot of that for this character.
Let me also go back home. North or South Shore? Which type did you
Oakwood,
land?
right by Farrell. Yeah.
Okay, I'm North Shore. I ended up marrying a South Shore girl, and now we live in Jersey. So that's how the life.
And I'm in Austin, Texas. So go figure. I'm way away.
Well, you're supposed to go to Florida from there. That's how it goes. Staten Island, Jersey, Florida. I mean,
I went to Texas.
That's the way of it too. So working on this film at this point too in your career, Theo, like getting roles, like what has to jump off the page for you to go, you know what, this is me? Because it's not like you're first starting out and be like, yes, I will take that role.
Yeah.
I will do it. I'll do Grey's Anatomy. You know, you could do whatever you want at this point, you know?
Yeah. Thanks. No, for me, it's the people now. I'm at this weird point in my career where as much as the script is the most important, and it always will be, it always has been, but now there's so many other factors. It's the people. Life is too short. It's going to be over in a blink. If we all knew that every day, we would probably make different decisions.
You learn it too late though.
Yeah, we do learn it too late. And I just don't have time to be around, I don't suffer fools lightly anymore like the way I used to, and I just want to be around great people. John Patton Ford, the writer director, Tyler the producer, and obviously Aubrey, who's a producer and the star of the film. These are people that I would do if I can do every movie with them for the rest of my career, I would, because we just had an incredible experience.
Right.
And it's not always like that. So when you meet people, you think, I want to work with these people, and whatever it is, we're going to do it.
But what you just described is how, like, we saw growing up, like Brad Pitt and George Clooney and Matt Damon all work together, and you're always like, why are they working together? But you kind of just explained it to a T.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, let's bring it back home too. What pizza do you miss the most?
Danino's always. Yeah.
Yeah,
Always
see,
Danino's.
it's Danino's and Joe and Pat's, and the great thing about the city, about New York, they're both now in New York City. Like, so they get a little taste of
Yeah.
that.
And
And
Danino's is going to LA. They're going everywhere. Staten Island has gone big.
and on top of that too, the little shop of Basilis have turned into artichoke pizza at the end of the
Yeah.
day. So I mean, like
Yeah.
we are, but you have to spread the word wisely in LA too, because I don't think they're ready for that. It's as you and I both know, it's all in the water.
It's all in the water. But apparently they got good pizza here.
I'm gonna give you one name from Farrell. See if you were if you had him, Mr. Maybauer.
Did I have Mr. Maybauer? I don't think so. There was one teacher who failed me in my senior year and I slashed his tires, but I don't think it was him. It
Did
was Kochman.
I had him
Yeah.
too. I didn't slash his tires though.
I
But,
did. He
but
failed me senior year by 0.5.
but you know what? That played later on into your role in Sons. So I mean,
That's
it all
right.
worked out for the best
Had
of
to
it
do what I
too.
had to do.
I was so excited to get this opportunity to sit down and kind of shoot the ish with a guy
Yeah.
from hometown, which we don't get a lot of outside of
Oh,
reality TV.
that's true.
And someone even closer to the fact that we literally went to the same high school.
I love
and,
it.
grew up with the same. So Theo, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Yeah, I really appreciate you. The great Bambino.
Yeah,
Take it
exactly.
easy.
The Sultan of SWAT. We can go all the way
Sultan of
down. The
Colossus of Clout.
congratulations,
All right,
Theo,
brother.
and
Enjoy
talk
your
to you
day.
soon. Likewise.
Yes.
From the top of the Empire State Building.
Z100.